for this evening. He's Dr. Abhishek Chatterjee. He's a pediatrician by profession and an avid numismatist by passion. He's been collecting Mughal coins, especially Mughal copper coins, for the last 10 years. And he's been involved in multiple research articles in national and international journals and uh, souvenirs. So, Dr. Chatterjee,
Yep.
we are ready whenever you are.
Right. So thanks a lot, guys. First of all, for having me here. Um, and it was a very nice presentation from Swanand, so I would congratulate him. Um right. So we meet again on the fourth Zoom meet. I had been part of the first one, so I'm really glad that I'm able to address all of you again once again. Um, right. So let's see if I can share my slides with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope the slides are visible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. All right. So we have a very unusual and very interesting kind of session today, and I hope the listeners would find it really interesting. So, and before we start, I thank once again to Mumbai Coin Society for giving me an opportunity um, to go live again. Right. So what is today's topic? The today's topic is the heavyweight copper coins of Jahangir. Now, you know, we all know that, the, yeah, can I go on? Yeah. Okay. So, the coinage of Jahangir, especially in the first few years of his reign, is very interesting because it is a well-known fact that, Jahangir minted silver and gold coins that were 20 and sometimes 25% heavier during the first 6 years of his reign. And the coins in the precious metals during the first 3 to 4 years were heavier by about 20%. And these were called as Jahangiri for the heavy silver rupee, and for Noor Jahani for the heavy 20% heavier gold rupee, gold mohurs. Um, but for the fourth and sometimes in a very few months, sometimes even in the third year, but very consistently from the fourth to the sixth year, he further increased the weight by 5% more to make it 25% heavier. And we now know these coins as Savai rupee and Savai mohurs. So these heavyweight coins are sought after, and they are always more pricier, and they are more rarer than the normal coins of Jahangir. Uh, to illustrate a few, well, here you have some from my collection, and you have a 20% heavier weight of Jahangir of Kandahar mint, and then you have Jahangiri of Ahmedabad, having 1016 RY2 date. You have a Tafalak from Lahore, and you have Savai from Ahmedabad as well. So these coins are easily known, and they're very well known. They're much sought after, and I do not believe that anyone who is an avid collector of the Mughal coins would not know about them. But do we know about the heavyweight copper coins of Jahangir? Now, in order to give homogeneity to the series, it is expected that there would be copper coins also based on this heavyweight standard. So the next question would be: did Jahangir's experiment oh, hello, hello?
Yeah, I don't think you are very audible.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah,
Yes.
because there was some kind of disturbance. Yeah. So in order to give homogeneity to the series, it is expected that there would be copper coinage based on this heavyweight standard. Now the question is, did Jahangir experiment extend to the coppers as well? Are heavyweight copper known? I think very few of us know that the experiment did extend to the coppers. And let us see what the literature and let us review the known literature. On, on reviewing the known literature, it is seen that heavyweight copper coins of Jahangir are indeed known. In fact, it was Mr. J.R. Hunnargikar who published it in IIRNS Newsline in January 1997, where he described the heavy dam from Ahmedabad Mint weighing 24.25 grams, dated 1016 RY2. Another half dam was reported by Mr. Bernard Milancourt in ONS Newsletter 192 in year 2007, bearing the same mint and the same date, right? So it was first described of all, from having a history of the Mughal, numismatic having such a long history. It was very recently, in that sense, discovered in 1997 that heavy dams should exist. And along with it, hello, am I audible, please?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So another heavy, half heavy dam was reported by Bernard Milancourt. So in the same article, in the editor's note, a heavyweight heavy dam and heavy half dam from the cabinet of Ashmolean Museum was also illustrated, and all of them had the date of 1016 RY2. Now, if we have to know about what is a heavyweight, we must know what is the normal weight of a dam. So N.A. Akbari, it informs us that the ideal weight of a copper dam should be 1 tola, 8 masha, and 7 surk. Surk is a rati seed. Converting the same into grams would weigh, the ideal weight of a dam should be around 20.7 grams. And a 20% heavyweight would therefore weigh around 24.80, while a 25% overweight dam should weigh about 25.91 grams ideally. However, in practice, 1 to 2% reduction in weight is due to the wear. Now the question arises, now that we know that, in the literature, these review that only Ahmedabad copper coins and heavyweight copper coins are known. So is this phenomena restricted only to Ahmedabad? Did other mints also, mint these heavyweight copper coins? Well, the answer to all of them is yes, and all of them are almost yes. Right? Now, now this presentation covers heavyweight coinage from 5 different mints of Jahangir, and that would be from Ahmedabad. That is already known, but we would cover a couple more things, and Narnaul, Perat, Agra, and Tatta. So it's not only about Ahmedabad. It is about more. It's about more mints doing the same experimentation, and it's about I have found about 5 mints yet who have minted this heavyweight copper coins. Let us have a look at them. Right. Now let us come to first Ahmedabad. Now in the first year of reign, after Akbar, Jahangir took over from Akbar, you have the normal weight Chautanki and Dotanki, which is prevalent in the pre-accession, and it has the normal weight of a Chautanki and a Dotanki, which was prevalent during the Akbar's reign, and it has the pre-accession name of Jahangir as Salim Shah. These coins are commonly known as Salimi, and there it is for everyone to see. And you have on the obverse, the legend reads Chautanki Shah Salim, and you have on the reverse you have Ahmedabad RY50, and that RY50 is obviously from Akbar, and the month is Bahman on the Chautanki. And from the Dotanki, you can again see Dotanki, Shah Salim, and again Ahmedabad and Bahman. So you do get these normal Chautankis and Dotankis in the first year. The heavyweight now starts from the second year of reign in case of Ahmedabad. In my experience, I have encountered 2 dates, 1015 AH RY2 and 1016 AH RY2. 1016 is, as we all know, is already reported, and 1015 RY2 is the unreported date. And these are the heavyweights that are already are reported earlier. However, the quarter dam is still is very rare and it's still unreported, and we are reporting it for the first time in this presentation. And these all are from all of them dating RY2 at about 20% heavyweight. Weight ranges from 24 to 24.2 grams to 24.8 grams. Now let us have a look at these coins. You can see here, these are the copper coins, and all the three denominations are listed. All of them are from my collection. And you can see on the obverse, you have Falus, Ahmedabad, and you can see below Falus, Ahmedabad, you can see the date 1016 on the dam. And on the reverse on the dam, heavyweight dam, you can see Ravani and RY2. The weight is again, you can see 24.2 grams. That is again heavyweight. The half dam is again 12 grams, and the quarter is again 5.7. All of them have bear the same date RY2. Although on the half and the quarter, the age date is sometimes not visible because of the flange size. Now there is another one which is dated RY3, and these are more rare, and these are, and I have found two more dates, 1017AH RY3 and 1018AH RY3. They are much rarer. These have a horizontal dotted line cutting across the center, and these coins range from 25.3 grams to 25.9 grams, and thus they are 25% heavyweight. That is pretty interesting because you have a Savai dam in that sense. And from 1018 onwards, from RY4, you have normal weight. It again comes back to the normal Akbari dam standard. So the experiment in Ahmedabad ends at RY3. Now let us see some of the coins of RY3. Here is one. You can see on the obverse you have Ravani, and you have RY Sana, RY3, and you have the dotted horizontal border, cutting across the center. And you have Falus Ahmedabad on one side, and if you read the date, it's 1018. Probably not visible so much, but in hand it is easily visible. Right. So, you have Ahmedabad that is already known. Now we know of a quarter dam that was unreported, and we know all the new dates that has been there. Now we come to another mint, that is the Narnaul. Now Narnaul has been again a very major mint, like in Akbar's reign. It has been a major mint even in Jahangir's period. And heavyweight copper coins are unreported from this mint also, which is pretty weird. And both half dam, and I have in my collection a heavy half dam and a heavy quarter and a heavy dam, and all of them are dated RY1 1014. That is the first year of his reign. The heavy half dam bears the legend Ravani, while the half dam has the legend Ravan. Now it is very apparent that those who follow Mughal numismatics, that the dam was always named Ravani, and sometimes you have the half dam that is named as Ravan, and the quarter dam that is named as Raij. So both half dam and the heavy half dam and the heavy quarter dam are 20% heavyweight. This is the dam. It was a lucky find for me. It is, again, you can see 1014 Sana on the top, and then you have Narnaul. And on other side, this is Ravani, and you can see below Ravani is Sana, and you have RY1 and a dotted flower just besides it. So far, as I know, this is a unique coin. No other coin has yet come to fore, to the best of my knowledge. And you have another half dam. Now this is a heavy half dam. You can see the date as Ravani Sana 1 on one side, and you have Zarb Narnaul on one other side with date 1014. It is pretty clear as it can get on a half dam. This is again bears 12.2 grams, which is again 20% heavier than the normal half dam, which would be 10 grams or so normally. So you have, and incidentally today in one of the Mughal coin groups, I just saw one of the Raij coming also of Narnaul. So again, a new thing, that was expected, that even a half quarter heavy half dam was, expected to come, and it has come. Unfortunately, no copper coin of the subsequent year of RY2 are known. So we know all the coins are of RY1, and RY2 is not known. RY3 is not known. So you never know when the experiment ended. But dams of RY4 are of normal weight. So it is definitely that before RY4, the experiment in Narnaul ended, and you only have heavy weight of RY1 and probably of RY2, right? Now we come to the Bharat heavyweights. Bharat again, one of the workhorse of the Mughal copper coin mints. Heavyweights of this mint is also unknown, and this is the first time that we are reporting it here. Again, the half dams, as we have reiterated in the just in the last slide, that half dam, half dam, and quarter dams are known by the terms Ravani, Ravan, and Raij respectively. And you see it here again on the copper coins of Bharat. The dam here, that is again in my collection, has RY2. The age date is somehow rubbed off and is not seen. The Ravan and Raij has clear dates of 1014 and RY1. And also I have found out some dams of RY2 having normal weight. So, somewhere during the RY2, this experiment was terminated. And so you have Bharat also doing this heavyweight experiment for a very short time. The coins are again 20% heavyweight, and there is the Ravani. You can see the weight again is 24.73 grams. The age date, that is rubbed off, but you can easily see Ravani, Sana, RY2, and you have Zar Bharat on one side. This is the Ravan, and as clear as it can get, Ravan on one side, and you have Sana 1 on the top, and you have 1014, and you have Zar Bharat. This is again a half dam with a weight of 12.4, again 20% heavier than the normal half dam. And interestingly, this is the Raij of Bharat. You can see Raij, the legend Raij here again Sana 1 on the top, and you can see 1014 and Zar Bharat again with a weight of 6.13, which is again 20% heavier. The quarter dam is expected to be around 5 grams, so again 6.13 would be heavier. Now after Bharat, we come to Agra. Now Agra was the imperial capital of the Mughal Empire during the Jahangir's reign, and heavy dam bearing Ravani legends of RY1 unknown. No other dates are known, and we get dams again from RY6. So from the first 5 years of the reign of Jahangir, it is very difficult to get any copper coin of Jahangir of Agra, and only RY1 of Jahangir is known from Agra mint, and that is a heavyweight. No half dam is yet known. However, the heavy quarter dam or Raij series is known from Agra, and all of them are heavyweight, as we will discuss the dates later on. They are difficult the quarters are difficult to tell which year becomes 20 and which year it becomes 25%, because as we know, in the quarter, the difference between the 20 and 25% is very little. So it is very difficult to tell whether it was minted to be 25% or it was minted to be 20%. Now, these coins are known, the heavyweights are known, the Raij series are known for 1014 RY1, 1017 RY3, 1018 RY4, 1019 RY5, 1020 RY5. Now, Raij from RY6 onwards are from normal weight. So the experiment in Agra seems to have lasted more than other mints, and it has lasted till RY5. And it would not be surprising if heavy half dam or a Ravani and a heavy quarter dam and a heavy dam Ravani and a heavy half dam Ravan is also reported from the first 5 years of Jahangir. And that is something to look forward to, I guess, in the future. Right. This is the heavy half dam from Agra, and you can see Ravani again, Sana 1 on one side, beautiful decorated flan, and you have Sana 1014 and Zarb Agra on one side. The weight is again 24.3. It is Ravani, and you have the Raij. The Raij is from my collection. It's 1019 RY5, and you can see Zarb Agra and Raij on the other side. So this is the heavyweight series that we get from Agra. Now, very interesting. This is for the first time. Again, we are reporting Tatta's heavyweight. Now, Tatta is a very recently, it has come to my notice. However, I did not get any permission to share the exact image. So I have shared the a drawing, eye copy of what the coin actually looks like. It has the date 1017. No other fractions of this heavyweight are known, and other dates may yet to come, but we know of this coin as 1017 as Tatta, right? This is the coin, and this is the eye copy of how it looks like. You have Falus Tatta on one side, and you have Ravani on other side, and 1017. The weight of this coin is 24.2 grams, and this is again 20% heavyweight. So, you have not only did Ahmedabad mint, but, Bharat minted, Narnaul minted, Agra minted, and Tatta minted. So you have, 5 mints that have minted copper coins of Jahangir. Those are heavyweight, just like the silver and the coppers. To conclude, it can be seen that the experiment was on a larger scale, and it lasted unevenly across the mints. Unlike silver and gold, these heavy unlike the silver and gold, where heavy rupees and mohurs were almost consistently seen across the mint, the copper coin stops abruptly in various mints. Except for Agra, where the imperial orders were probably strictly carried out, other mints decided to abandon this experiment quickly, and it happened in different periods of time in various mints. The exact reason for abandoning the heavyweight coppers are not known, and they are not mentioned in contemporary literature. But it is now accepted that the heavyweight coins caused inconvenience in transaction and accounts, and probably they had to come back to the older metrology of the Akbari Dam. And it was first probably felt in coppers, because copper was the currency of the common man, and hence this inconvenience was probably seen first in the coppers, and hence they decided to terminate it more abruptly than the silver and the gold coins. And this presentation aptly proves that, along with coins in precious metals, copper coins of heavyweight were started in the initial years. Due to the inconvenience caused in this experiment, the various, even the precious metals were terminated after RY6. And also this presentation also opens up the possibility that heavy copper coins may be found out from other mints than the 5 mints listed above. So that's a food.
Sorry, have you finished? I couldn't hear you last. Dr. Chatterjee?
Food for thought and something to look forward to in future.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Hi, you're finished. I couldn't hear you properly.
Yes, I have. Yes, in fact, I have.
Okay. So thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Dr. Chatterjee? It's always, difficult to find good quality copper coins. And I think Mughal copper coins are a bit of a neglected area when it comes to, people always look at Mughal gold and silver, and copper is neglected. So thank you very much for this presentation. We'll keep this open for anybody if anybody has questions. Dr. Chatterjee, can you close your screen sharing so that we can have a grid view?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So any
if
questions?
If anybody has any questions, please go on.
Abhishek.
Yeah.
I have a query. I mean, what are the chances of being able to, because as you mentioned also, the heavyweight silvers are known from a number of other mints.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yes.
copper is just coming out. So what are the chances of being able to find heavyweight copper coins from other mints
Well, two things. One is that, keep looking for copper, keep weighing those coppers, and probably you will come across a heavyweight. And one is that a small clue is that it would be of Rawani type. So there are two types of copper coins of Jahangir, and one is the Rawani and the other is the Jahangiri. And it is from across the mints, it is seen that all of the heavyweights are of Rawani type. So most likely you will get a copper coin of that is heavy, and it would be Rawani type. Yeah, and it would be of the first 6 years of reign. So whenever you have a copper coin of Jahangir with first 6 years of reign, and you have a Rawani type, do weigh it. You, who knows, it may be a heavyweight.
Thanks.
Mr. Kishore Kumar has a question. You can unmute yourself, Mr. Kishore, and ask the question. I think he's typed in his question. Coins weight in present scenario in gram. So what was the exact weight in Jahangir time?
Well, you have it in ratis, and you have tolas and mashas, and you need to, convert it. What I have done is I have used, one of the papers that were, used to convert those standards into grams. But yes, during Jahangir's time, the copper coins were weighed in mashas and tolas and ratis. So, you have, as I have shared, the ideal weight of a Jahangiri or a Akbari dam would be, the 5 tola, 8 masha, and 1 surk and 7 surk. So that is how it is described in Ane Akbari.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, this is the Kishore Kumar from Patna, Bihar.
Yes, please go.
Yeah. Actually, present scenario in the gram weight of the coins.
Huh.
And what was the Jahangir time, the weight of the coins? Tola, Rati, and also?
Tola, Rati, and Masha.
Tola, Rati, and Masa. So, what was the Tola, Rati, and Masa in count in the number?
Yes, so I have used the table that was used by John Princeps, and you have useful tables. You have a book called as Useful Tables in Mughal numismatics, and written by John Princeps, where he has converted the tolas and mashas into grams, and I have used those conversions to come to these the weights in grams.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else with any questions? Any comments? Yes, Uncle John, please unmute yourself and you can go ahead. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Dr. Chatterjee, thank you. It's amazing the recent discoveries in the field, and thanks for raising them with us. I have one question, and that is, have you considered the question of the price, the relative price of silver and copper? This is a period that Irfan Habib has written a lot about, and that was because in the last decade of Akbar's reign, New World silver started arriving in India in significant quantities. And in fact, this threatened the gold and silver price to the point where within a few decades, the dam was no longer the standard revenue unit used across India. So people have often discussed the question of Jahangir's heavy rupees in terms of aesthetics and prestige. But one might wonder whether it was a response to the falling price of silver in terms of copper. In other words, in order to keep the dam and the rupee values equivalent, the rupee was made heavier because it was worth less. That would seem to perhaps factor into the question of raising and then dropping the increased size of the dam more in economic terms rather than aesthetic.
Yeah. It's obviously, to be very frank, I would agree with you that it was more to do with economics and less to do with increasing the weight of the rupee as well as the mohurs, just for the sake of distributing more wealth. But yes, it had to do with the more amount of silvers that had been received from the New World. And well, whatever the cause, well, it is not written anywhere, even in the contemporary, or if you even see the Jahangir's memoirs and contemporary literatures, nowhere it is written why he had increased the weight of the silver and gold. But whatever was the reason, that the increase in the copper also followed the same reason probably. But then it had to be abundant, and it had to be abundant in the first 6 years in terms of gold and the silver, and earlier in terms of coppers, because coppers could not sustain that increased weight for some reason.
No, but when you increase the weight of the copper along with silver and the gold in the same proportion, it would get the benefits that you have of the exchange rate of the copper to the silver.
Yes. So you have actually probably in the earlier, if the increase was consistent across the three metals, because they wanted to probably keep the exchange rate stable. But then they found probably silvers entering more, and then the coppers had to be compensated, and so the experiment was abandoned. That could be one of the reasons. Yes.
No, I mean what John mentioned about Irfan Habib saying the weight of the silver was increased to make the exchange ratio of the copper and the silver balanced.
Yeah.
The discovery, because when Habib wrote, there was not much information about the heavyweight copper coins. Now,
but then,
new discoveries, we would have to rethink on that theory also, shouldn't we?
Yes, of course. And Irfan Habib could very well be right also, because the experiment only lasted for a year or so, for a few minutes. For example, Bharat, who was the workhorse of the whole empire, and it was once upon a time in Akbar called it Dar al Falus, the mint of the great copper mint of Bharat. And it couldn't even lasted. The experiment lasted for a year. And they could not go on with the copper and silver ratio that were and probably that increase in the influx of silver was one of the reasons why the experiment had to be stopped so early in terms of in all the across the mints, because the sustained or the constant exchange rate was probably not feasible.
Thank you.
Right.
I have a question. If I have your permission, Dr. Chatterjee, I would like to ask Mr. John DL. Is there any modern record as to why the rollback to normal size? Did the public reject it? Because there have been instances in past where certain things had to be rolled back because public just outrightly rejected it.
Malcolm, I'll have to bow out of answering that. My knowledge in this is decades old, and I haven't kept up to date. I'm sorry.
And what about you, Dr. Chatterjee? Would you have?
Well, yes. Why the experiment was again? There's no contemporary.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit reluctant in agreeing to call it an experiment.
Second that.
Sorry.
I second that.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, because you're absolutely right. Probably it was not an experiment and it was well thought of. But then that whatever the thought behind the increasing the weight of the copper coins could not sustain and was not feasible probably, in terms of increase in the silver and the gold. And the reason why silver and gold also, the increase in the weight was again rolled back and they went on to the old weight standard is again a question. Then the popular theory is that it was rejected by the public, or it caused, you know, inconvenience in the transaction, but who knows what it is.
Okay. Would any of in the audience would like to jump in and comment on
Malcolm.
this? We have several people like Girish Bhai. Haji, Girish Bhai, yes.
Yeah, Malcolm. See, there is I don't think there is any reason to reject this coin, because see, that time the coins are having a instinct value. Means if a 1 rupee, it should contain a 1 rupee silver. So in this case, they are giving 20% more or 25% more. So I don't think there is any reason to reject that. See, whenever rejection has been made, for the example of the Mohammed Tughlaq copper dam, that is a copper dam he want to circulate as a silver tanka. So that's why people rejected that. But I don't think there is any reason to reject when public is getting more, 20% and then 25% more. There may be some other reason that we have to find, but I don't think that people have rejected that. I may be wrong.
There is a comment from Peter Crenwell of World of Coins, who is an economist, that heavy coins failed maybe because Gresham's law, light money drove out the heavy money.
But in that case, today we should see more of the heavy coins and less of the normal weight coins.
No, they would have been melted away.
The normal coins would have been melted away according to that logic. Then why are heavier coins rarer today in comparison to normal coins?
See, after Jahangir, there are many kings who ruled and they have struck the coin on the normal standard. So if the Shroffs are getting the heavier standard silver rupee coin at par at rupee, why should he circulate? Better he can melt it.
Yes.
He's getting 50% more silver.
Currently,
more silver.
Silver US dollars.
True. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Any comments or questions?
I have asked something in the.
Yes, yeah, I can see it. So Mr. Anand has a question in the chat box. Any epithet on these heavy dams? Could it be a commemorative issue?
Well, not really, not commemorative, because well, there is on all the coins, well, you have the simple Bharat, you know, Narnol, and you know, other, you know, mints are, the mints here do not have any epithet as such, and they follow the dams are called as Ravani, the half dams are called as Ravan, and the quarters are called as Raij, except that there are no other heavy, you know, there are no other epithets as such on these heavy dams. And unlikely to be commemorative issue, because there is nothing as such special or in that sense that would, you know, make it commemorative per se.
Okay, I've just had a look in the chat box. There is another comment I would like to read out from Mr. Peter. Princeps book can be downloaded free of charge from the WOC website. If the heavy coins were motivated by the falling price of silver, why mint heavy coppers? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
Yes, actually, that is the whole point that you know, John raised, that you know, because if there was you know, the heavy coins in gold and silver were motivated by the influx of the silver rupee and the silver from New World entering into the circulation, and hence the weight of the rupee and the gold were increased, why were there a need of you know, heavy coppers? The reason probably that that, you know, to keep the exchange rate stable, they initially thought to increase even the weight of the coppers, but the experiment failed, and the influx of the silver necessitated that the coppers to be kept at par, and hence the to, you know, to compensate for the exchange rate and to compensate for the increasing influx of the silver. So probably that's why the coppers failed. Yeah, but yes, from the collection point of view, that makes it even more rarer than the silver and the gold heavyweights.
Yeah. There's another question in the chat box. I'll read it out. But would the general public weigh them? It is we studying them and finding it to be 20% heavier. No, that's not correct, Amit, because when you're holding it, it's bigger in size and it's slightly heavier to the hand. You can make out.
Yes. And remember, coppers were not used like silver and gold in terms of pieces. They were weighed in kilos. So, the exchange rate of gold and silver were not in terms of, one or two copper coins, but they were equivalent to kilos of copper coins. So, yes, so that will be very different.
Okay.
And these heavy weights are very heavy even in the hand.
Yep. Any other questions or comments? Okay. So in that case, thank you very much, Dr. Chatterjee, and thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. Thank you, Mr. Peter, for your comments. And yeah, hope to see you all again next week and the week after that. We will keep you updated. We are trying to line up other people to give us these talks on a weekly and a regular basis. Okay, thank you very much, people.
Thank you so much to the Mumbai Coin Society once again.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye. Thank you.